Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. It's about 4 minutes into the second quarter, and I wanted to just make a video. Um, Anthony Davis re-aggravated his injury, or rather, they said it wasn't a re-aggravation, but they said that, with the type of movements that he was forced to do on a particular play, it intensified his pain. So you can see out there he shouldn't have been out there. It was a bad decision having him out there. He tried to give it his all, a Willis Reed type performance, but he has to sit down, man. He can't play anymore. Not only in this game, but if we were to happen to win this game, he can't play anymore. Probably for another couple of weeks, if not more. Um, the Lakers are down huge, man. Like they are down by 30 plus points. I'm not surprised. Devin Booker put up 6 threes in the first quarter. He looks like he's trying to go for 82. Jay Crowder's dropping threes. Everybody on their team is shooting a three at a really, really high clip, and we're not defending it at all. Um, so my initial response to all of this is, after this type of performance, if this holds up, which it looks like it will, we'll probably lose by 50 or something like that. There's only a few players on this roster that should be back next year. Um, I know we had a good season. All things considered, guys played well. We saw a nice play out of most of these guys, but the way that they responded to having their back against the wall, even in spite of all the injuries, having their back against the wall and performing the way that they did these last two games, um, it's just simply unacceptable. Like you can't quit. We grew up on Kobe and Shaq. We grew up on Powell and Kobe and Lamar. We grew up on that. That's the type of teams. Magic and Kareem. We Laker Nation don't do this. Whatever this is, we don't do this. And so I think it's going to be very clear. I'm speaking out. I'm pretty sure many other analysts will speak out. Vogel, we appreciate you um, for the championship run that you had in the bubble, but this performance was so horrible that it actually overshadows that to a degree. Um, there are players on this team that should have been utilized in this situation. THT, Montrezl Harrell, you failed to play those players. You chose to go with players like Marc Gasol and you know Dennis Schroeder, who were struggling. Drummond struggling. Failed to make the adjustments necessary to see to it that this was a competitive series near the end of it. Despite the injuries, which were massive, there were things that we could have did to have given us a better shot against this team, particularly our spacing, guarding the perimeter. Our effort was bad. Our energy, our focus was not there. This team performed like a loser when we fought. Our injuries and our adversity, it came down to just guys basically mailing it in from an effort perspective. And from a schematic perspective, we got outcoached dramatically. So, Vogel has to go, and nearly most of the roster has to go. Obviously, we want to keep our stars, LeBron and AD. I'm a big fan of Caruso and his effort throughout these playoffs, even though, it hasn't really translated to success. I like what I saw out of him. KCP played hurt. He looks like he's actually playing pretty well in this game, despite being hurt. I'm not too upset at him. Some of those guys that we've won championships with, like Markieff Morris, I'm not mad at a guy like that. Didn't really see a whole lot out of him. But guys like Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, Wesley Matthews. I can call them all out. I don't want to see them next year. Cut and dry. As a Laker fan, I don't want them on this team anymore. After a performance like this, after a show like this, looking at LeBron James saying he didn't have any help at the end of the season, when I came into the season thinking we were so deep because all these guys were supposed to be much better than they were. I like Ben McLemore, so if we keep him, I'd be happy. He's hit shots. He's only been here for 5 minutes, but he's done good things here, so he's a good guy to have. But there's a lot of players on this team, I'm telling you, guys that have notable names, that are solid, who have value in this league. They shouldn't be in this combination of players next year. This is just when they were faced with adversity, they quit. and they did it in dramatic fashion. So unless something happens here, which I'm not ruling out because crazy things have happened, even though it looks like the Suns are having a legendary game shooting the ball, if the Lakers somehow win this game, I'll come back and make a different video saying, voila, I'm happy to have been wrong. But right now, everybody has to go, not name LeBron James, AD, and a couple other names, maybe 2 or 3 names. Everybody has to go. The coaching staff, everybody. We need to do a overhaul of humans who are part of this organization at this point. Of course, I want to keep Rob Pelinka. I have no question about that. In fact, I'm looking to him to give us a little more of that vision that he had. Him and LeBron come together and get some vision going. Bring Rondo back to this franchise. That should be primary. Get him back here, even if it's in a coaching role. Get him back here, because it looks like we're going to lose Jason Kidd to possibly the Celtics job, because it looks like Brad Stevens may be out of there. So it's a lot of moving pieces for the Lakers, but I'm telling you this. We need to make sure we get Rondo back in the fold. And whatever we do something with our center position that isn't what we did this year. Andre Drummond, thank you, sir. Goodbye. Trez, thank you, sir. Goodbye. I like Trez a lot. We didn't use him right, and I don't foresee us building around his position going forward. We're probably going to want somebody who can stretch the floor and somebody who can block shots. I'm thinking a guy like Mo Bamba or somebody like that. That's the direction the Lakers need to be looking. Somebody who fits that mold, because this show right here, what we're seeing, this is unacceptable on all levels. As a Laker fan of over 25 years, I can honestly say this is one of the worst playoff performances I've ever experienced as a Laker fan. Top 3 worst ever. It's really, really bad, man. The only 2 times I can think of that were just as bad is when we lost to the Phoenix Suns back in, I don't know what year that was, when Kobe was playing. We had like a 3-1 lead and blew it, and then they blew us out in the final game. I think they blew us out several times, actually, in that era. I think might have lost to them twice, I think, but that was really bad. And of course, when we lost in the finals to the Boston Celtics in blowout fashion, was also very, very devastating. Some would say the Detroit series too. That was pretty close, but this is the first round. This is the year when we thought we had a chance to win a championship once again, a very good chance. Yeah, this is a top 3, man. I don't know where it ranks amongst those 3 for me, but this is right there. So still a whole another half of basketball to play. I don't expect to be much better than this, but yeah, I may get back to y'all. I may leave it at this, honestly, because I don't know if there's a whole lot more to say. Everybody needs to go, not lame LeBron and AD at this point. My name is BDF44, and I'm out.